What's going on, people? So, good feedback and response from yesterday's uploads, from yesterday's videos. Episode 2, again, I just freestyled all of that. I had no script. I'm not going to try to redo the video because I probably won't hit those tips and pointers again. But all I was saying, in a nutshell, was that humans are not crayons. The black and white thing and the colour bullshit, you're not a crayon. So stop acting like a crayon. Had a few other tips and pointers in there as well, just mentioning that humanity on the whole is going through like the dark night of the soul. You go Google that shit, research that, what it is. It's more or less when you evolve as a person and all of the old constructs and habits and programs disintegrate, and you go through mad shit like depression, anxiety, and feeling lost and all that kind of stuff, and not knowing where to look, because a lot of us again have had no guidance with all of this, and it's been used against us for quite a while. But anyway, and a few other points that probably in my video got banned for, but whatever, so I'm not going to go into it. So I'm going to speak about Forex because a lot of people have asked me for like a Forex update and stuff like that. So take all of that information that I've presented to you guys in the last 4 videos and then relate it to the market and how success in the market is achieved. Now, over time, 2019 and stuff, you see me just battle with all of these Forex idiots online who've all been throwing things against me, making up shit for such a while now and trying the best to bring us down. And you'll now see that they're all dropping like flies one by one. It's a glorious time, and I'm absolutely loving watching it. So, yeah, a lot of things I presented out there to the world were more or less like an experiment for me, personally. An experiment for me to actually see the response from these wannabe traders who think they've got it going on, to see how, none of these are successful people. They're not successful in the market. So by their feedback from how they've reacted to me and tried to bring me down from certain things I put out there, I've actually used that as a psychological pointer, if you will, as to how the battle in the market between the people who are trading and other forces, how that these people are falling into these traps. So I've utilized the content that I've put out there, seen the feedback I've been given by the wannabe traders who are active in the market, and seen how to deconstruct their mindsets to how I can be more profitable and how I can actually win and battle the herd to be successful in this game. For instance, even like my Discord, people asking me about the Discord, so I'll give you a quick update on that. The Discord group that I created, the stuff that I was posting in there, that's not how I trade. They were just generic BS signals just to get the numbers up in the group as an experiment. And I've deleted the whole thing now because I'm going to give you the real stuff that's coming for E13 and all of this content in further detail in a private group going forward. And again, so many people trying to judge on that. You're looking in the wrong place against me. I've put you in the wrong place. Does that make sense? So I don't trade like that. That is not how I trade these markets. And the transition has come ever so smooth. I am not going to be sharing my trades online again. That's done. We're in a different category now. I'm going to be showing you the blueprint on how the good people out there can actually get to that category as well, with the correct setups, refined techniques in the market. It's not a hard job. Similarly to how people perceive the world and people perceive, I don't know, what's going on right now. And again, I've tried to open people's eyes in the previous videos. You have a specific lens. Everybody has a specific lens, like glasses, yeah? Everyone's got on a specific lens in accordance to their awareness and in accordance to their evolution, mental evolution, emotional, energy, whatever you want to call it. So everybody's seeing things on a different level. So from the content that I've put out in the previous videos, try to relate that to the markets. So when you're in the market, strategy is the minute piece. Those guys who are on the Astro Terminal have seen the way I present the videos. It's very, very clean, very informative. All of the content that I've put out there, which a lot of it can be found online, that's all old me. That's small. That's really, really small. And what I'm providing now for the people in the group, and what I'm providing now for the new content, which is going to be released, especially the Element 13. Now I've got everybody's attention, and I grew that group to 14,000 people in 2-3 weeks. Because what I was putting out there is what the general populace and the general people who wanted to get into the market are looking for: a quick fix, which has no sustainability over time. And I knew that, so that's how I got the numbers up so fast. Get with it. So now I've got those people that I really want the help. I can then go in and channel the information, what I'm going to be bringing to the table over the next few months. It's all a game. I've been playing a game with these people. It's comedy. But again, for the good people out there who actually want to learn and are not arseholes, then I'm going to bring some good information to the table. So go back to the lenses. Now, the market is a very, very sensitive place that I've realized, which has to be treated with respect overall. Now, when you're coming up as a trader or learning the trading game, you're going to look at all of these scatters of information. It's like in the world, so related to how you see the world and how you perceive things around you. All of that information, once practiced over time with concentration, is going to be embedded into your subconscious mind. And again, if you can test these things out in the market, strategies whatsoever, and all of that kind of stuff. But again, if your level of awareness is here, and the people in the market, the winners' level of awareness is here, you ain't going to win overall, because they're seeing things in a different reality than the people down here. So all the people down on this level, the learners, the people who are going from strategy to strategy, they're not putting the work in on themselves, because it's a balance. If you want the financial part, then you have to put in the self-work part, which I mentioned in the previous videos. If you haven't done that, the scale is going to be off balance. So the people who have done that, and they're in the markets over here, and they can see and on a different perspective, they're going to be in the winners group, the 1%. Everybody else down here, it's not due to strategy that people are losing. It's due to their level of awareness and what they've plugged into their head. Those plugs and, there's pieces of information, and especially the hard times as well, because once you've had a few losses in the market, it fucking smashes your emotions. Then you're acting from an emotional place, and you can't really find the emotional intelligence to continue in the market. Now you're just chasing the previous trauma, because that's what it is. It's just trauma that you're chasing. Continue to chase that and not see the lesson within it. Again, I've said it in previous videos, life ain't going to reward you, especially in the markets, if you haven't done the self-work. Not everybody in the world can just come and just get rich, because it's gonna ruin you. Do you understand? It's fucking simple. Now, with that being said, the market is a very, very sensitive place, okay? The way I look at the market and do trades now, I look at the small time frames. I obviously get a bias, but the higher time frames and the mass noise is a reflection, okay, of the psychology and the fuckery that's going on in people's heads, because it's an unbalanced world. So I look at I have over time developed, and you can as well, you can develop an intuition from all of your experiences in your hard times, which I've been through some of the maddest lessons in this market, and losses and stuff like that. And again, I've been doing a lot of things on purpose out here to actually put one over on the mass psychology and these wannabe traders in the market. But it's very, very sensitive. You have to tread lightly. And if you're not treading lightly in yourself, and you're too heavy, where it's in your mind and your emotions, you're going to get trampled on, because it's like an energy game as well in the market. It's like a tug of war. And those people who aren't equipped in themselves, they're getting tugged left, right and center. And they're just repeating old habits over and over again. And they're in a cycle for years and years and years, because they haven't looked at the lessons that life is trying to throw in your face. You can't just get rich here. You can become very, very wealthy in the market if you know what you're doing and you're switched on intellectually and emotionally. But these people are just going around on this fucking hamster wheel, because they haven't put in the self-work. They haven't managed to actually, do the deeper stuff in the head and for themselves in their life, that they're not going to be rewarded, and you can't see properly because you haven't done it. So you can't see. The lenses that you have on I'm not allowing you to see clearly in the market and see the opportunities. And there's opportunity left, right and center, and you guys have seen them last week or so, just a few stories that I've done. I'm on constant rotation with it, constant rotation. I have little losses, and I hardly have losses anymore, because I put in the work. I put in the work, not just at a strategy or money management or whatever it may be. I've put in the other work, which I've mentioned in the previous videos. So you have mind, you have your body. Okay, you guys see I'm getting really heavily into that now. I have been in the last few years learning the foundations with calisthenics and stuff like that, but there's a massive connection between the mind and the body. All right, so you work that out. Then you have like soul, spirit, you, whatever you want to call it, which is more or less your emotional field, because your heart emotion and your emotional system is 10 times more powerful, if not 100, than your mind and your body. That's what leads the way. But that's what people don't get. That's what you've been distracted from in the markets and in life, just in success in general. Success in general. You look at these people, like for instance, Ray Dalio is one of the most successful hedge fund managers in the world, and go through his book. Go through it, and I'm listening to the audiobook still, and you can tell that he's on a different perspective, and the market's light work for him, because he's understood the value of the lessons that life brings you. He's worked on it to be more clued up, if you will. And you listen to him, you know he's super intellectual. He's a fucking genius, and he's most successful in the finance game because he's done that work and he's recognized the patterns that life showed him. He hasn't been stubborn with it like most of these other idiots out there. He's wannabe traders with the little shitty WhatsApp groups, thinking the 10 men, throwing bricks at me and my team, and they're just getting decimated now. They're shit. They can't trade. Stop acting up. So yeah, you have your mind and your body, which you want to put into synchronization. Then you have obviously like the other work, the energy work that you want to do. It takes a fucking while, and you'll see that plateaus will slowly be broken. Like over my years, plateaus has been slowly been broken. That's not to do with like I found a magic strategy. It's to do with my emotional intelligence and also what's going on in my subconscious self. Start unprogramming the shit. You know, you can use binaural beats. I've posted an app out there, like the meditation app, which uses binaural beats, because the binaural beats can open your subconscious mind, and then you can start to dig in, disintegrate what was there before, and program new patterns. And that's what's happening on the planet now. Nature is forcing people to fucking go through that shit. That's why people are so confused, like, what's going on? And that's why they're looking at all these different sources and just getting fucking wound up in the bullshit. Do the work, your success in the markets will follow, and when you start to see things more clearly. Step away from all of the bullshit and what people have. Everyone's on a different plateau. So you keep breaking these levels over time, and you'll be rewarded with new things and new ways of looking at the market and your own success and money in general. You can start with very, very small balances. If you get this stuff right and you start to see on a different playing field, you're fighting in the market, okay? You're fighting in the market against people at different levels. So the one with a higher awareness will always, always take home the trophy. Get with it. Yeah, so you combine all of those elements of yourself together: mind, body, your energy, and then the financial side is the fourth pillar, which everybody can achieve as self-mastery. And go listen to Ray Dalio. He'll tell you straight. So stop being stubborn. Strategy is easy, the easy part. The rest is the psychological stuff and the emotional stuff. And you'll grow over time, and you'll keep disintegrating and unlearning and relearning, and then your success will come overall. Peace out.